Welcome to the Evolve Beyond Limits podcast. I'm your host, Stacy. This podcast is dedicated to helping you create a life that sets your soul on fire. I believe that is truly possible for everybody, but you have to be willing to do a few things. You have to be willing to let go of your past conditioning. You have to be willing to break free from societal norms. And you have to be willing to get really curious about your life and how you can start to look at it differently. Each week, we will hear stories from people who have done exactly this. People who chose to disrupt the life path they were on, go against the grain, and share the lessons and perspective shifts they had to make along the way. Every episode is committed to not only inspiring you and connecting you with other amazing humans, but actually giving you the tools you need to use this information in your own life so that you continue to evolve and reconnect with your highest self. Are you ready? Let's have some fun. Welcome back to another solo episode of the Evolve Beyond Limits podcast. I am so grateful to have you here today, and we are diving right into people pleasing. So this has actually come up quite a bit in the last couple of weeks, and so I want to bring this up. Like, where are all my people pleasers at? I'm not here to shame anybody, but I know that so many people fall into this, and I think it's really important to understand the why behind it. So this is typically connected to our second energy center, or our sacral chakra. It's where we really hold our self-worth. Self-worth can have a lot of different definitions, but the one I like personally is this internal sense of being good enough and worthy of love and belonging from others. The thing is that your self-worth cannot be given to you by anything externally or anyone externally. This is an internal job, but so many people seek it from the people around them. Insert people pleasing. So the definition of people pleasing is a person who has an emotional need to please others, often at the expense of his or her own needs or desires. The problem with this is the last part. Often at the expense of his or her own desires. So when you think about a martyr puts themselves on the back burner for everyone else, and then they give themselves a pat on the back for doing it because they have convinced themselves that they are selfless. But the reality is they are looking for something in return. And because that expectation or that desire goes unfulfilled, it will always end up manifesting as anger and resentment within you and towards others. The question is, what void within yourself are you trying to fill? Because more than likely, you are looking at the person that you are giving to, and you want them to give you back something that you're truly craving within. And that might be love. That might be acceptance. It might be praise. Maybe it's connection. And I find that people pleasers always say, but it makes me feel good to give. And I'm with you. I love to give to people. This isn't a problem with giving. The problem is giving at the expense of your own needs or desires. Again, it's okay to give, but you have to think about where it's coming from, and you have to start to get really honest with yourself on whether or not you are looking for something in return. Right? So this week, I really want you to pay attention to this. I want you to pay attention to how often you're saying the following phrases: should, the word should, supposed to, I have to. Or how often are you doing things from a place of pressure? Because if you find yourself about to do something because you should, or you're supposed to, or you supposedly have to, or you feel a pressure to do it, I want you to take a step back and ask yourself these questions. According to who? Who is actually telling you that you should, or you're supposed to, or you have to? Who's putting the pressure on you? I want you to think, who am I doing this for? Think about, am I doing this despite what I really want or need? Ask yourself, is there something I am looking to get out of this from the other person? And then lastly, and so important, how could I give this to myself instead of trying to get it from somebody else? Okay, I would love to hear from you and just know how this is going. So, and if you want to dig even deeper into the internal work in between episodes, make sure that you just shoot me a text, journal 2021 to 248-206-3431, and I will drop some prompts straight to your phone so that you are able to keep diving in. And please, please, please share this episode with anyone you think might get something out of it. And don't forget to take a quick second to rate and review the podcast if you are loving it. It truly means the world. And we will even enter you in to win some fun Evolve Beyond Limits swag. So cheers to you until the next episode. And don't forget, there's nothing about a caterpillar that makes you believe it will become a butterfly. So keep evolving. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next week.